Kenisha Neely's tragic tale underscores the profound delusions of attempting to transform a convicted felon into a domestic partner. After enduring failed relationships with the fathers of her children, who left her to single-handedly raise their two daughters, Kenisha decided to reinvent her life. She advanced her education, achieved a business administration degree, purchased a home, and established a career as a licensed bail bondsman, all while balancing the demands of single motherhood. Her story took a perilous turn when she connected with Moses Chisholms, an inmate who contacted her via Facebook. Charmed by his attention and swayed by his promises, Kenisha embarked on a relationship that existed mainly through phone calls and prison visits. She romanticized their connection, ignoring the stark reality of his criminal background. He told me, I threatened him to do right. He hit me on Facebook like, let me take you out, knowing dang well he was incarcerated. She shared on blindly by her vision of redeeming a man she barely knew beyond his curated persona. The illusion of rehabilitation and a fresh start was shattered shortly after Moses was released. Despite Kenisha's dedication and dreams of forming a power couple, the reality of living with someone shaped by years behind bars soon manifested in the most horrific ways. Within 2 years of his release, Moses had repeatedly assaulted her, culminating in her murder shortly after the birth of their first child together. Kenisha's fatal misjudgment serves as a harrowing reminder of the dangers inherent in overlooking the profound implications of a partner's incarcerated past. Her tragic end highlights the perilous gap between hopeful fantasy and harsh reality. This is a woman who is now dead. She had 3 children, and these 3 children don't have a mom anymore. And, the reason why I scream no marriage and West 4B is because I believe a lot of the times women are doing so well on their own. And when you do see a woman in her demise, it usually comes after the introduction of the wrong man in her life. But I believe when it comes to women, a lot of women, Black women specifically, they feel like nothing until they do everything. So even though this woman, had children already, then she went back to school and she did all of these great things with her life, she still felt like she didn't have everything yet because she didn't have the man or the Black man on her arm. And a lot of women have been conditioned to believe you are not really complete unless you have someone in your life that is male that loves you. He could be a piece of shit just as long as he's there and other people can see him there. So if you go on her TikTok, if you go on her Facebook, if you go on all of her social medias, every post is, this is my best friend. This is the prison inmate now. This is my best friend. This is my husband. This is my soulmate. The garbage with the whole soulmate. You know that I don't believe in a soul. I don't believe in a spirit. But there's so many women out there who believe that if they have not found their quote unquote soulmate, then, life is not worth living. They're not complete yet. They have no idea where the invention of the soul came from or who originated with that bullshit, but they'll go along with it because they've been conditioned to do so. And when we spoke about the twin flames and all of that other nonsense, that's a whole other story. But this story is so tragic because this woman is one of the examples of her doing everything right after she made a mistake, and then still making another mistake because she didn't feel that she had the love that she needed. Her children weren't enough. The house that she purchased weren't enough. Her degrees that she got weren't enough. She needed a man to paint the picture for everyone to see that this woman has it all. And I read this paragraph on her life from the American Crime Femicide YouTube page, which is a great page. And I wanted to read to you some of the comments because the comments are similar to what I'm saying to you here. And another inmate watched this video and he wrote, I was once an inmate. They are some of the best manipulators in America. She was tricked. by a homeless guy who was looking for someone to take care of him and a place to lay his head. Another person wrote, "Ladies, these men are in jail for a reason. You can't fix the damage." But that's what I said before. You cannot. I love that comment when this person said, "You cannot fix the damage." Black women had been conditioned to believe that they are what? Magical. And when you convince thousands, millions of black women that they're magical, they will take on things that they should not take on at all. This man is a convicted felon, and you bring him home where your daughters are. But she believes that she has it under control, and she doesn't have it under control. But she's been conditioned to believe that because she is a woman, because she is a black woman, there is nothing that she can't do. And now she's dead. Now she's dead. Another comment says, how can a man who's been in prison for 13 years be qualified to be your business advisor? So you see what I'm saying in regards to how jaded or how stupid love can make you, or not even love actually. It would be, it would be more so an obsession with the look of things. I don't know if she was in love. I think she was more so looking to kind of complete her picture perfect life. She had the house, she had the business, she had the money, but she didn't have a man. And that not having a man is a kick in the teeth in a society that says you are nothing until you have someone who marries you. And especially in the Black community, marriage is huge for Black women because they've been conditioned to believe that, well, we're not, Black women are not desirable. And if you want to show how desirable you are, and you also want to rub that desirability in the faces of women who are not married, your first order of business would be to get married to whoever is willing to marry you, including a present inmate. This man contacted her on Facebook. He contacted her on Facebook, and she decided to marry him. This is a person with a college degree somewhere on her wall. And this is how desperate she is for marriage. And I think the desperation doesn't come from the fact that you need to be married to sustain yourself. It comes from the fact that you want to flex. You want to show off. You want to say that you have it all and that you're better than the girl who is single. And I don't think people should underestimate that desire to flex. I don't think they should, because I think people are like, no one will go out of their way to kind of flex that way and ruin their life to marry. A lot of the times they will, because the flex is what a lot of women live for. If you're doing all of these things and no one sees it, did you actually do it? If you're having this wonderful existence where you're living this fabulous life where you have your house and your debris and your money, but it's not posted on social media, in this day and age, did it really happen? People live to show off to people who don't even matter. People live to show off that lifestyle. People live to kind of show off everything that they're doing, including who they are with. So this individual, even though by the looks of things, she's had it under control, she needed to show off just a little bit more to prove that she had it more under control. And maybe also to flex on the men who kind of left her as a single mom. So, you know, because that's another thing too, what you hear in the red pill community. Black women don't get married after they turn into single moms. So maybe she did all of this and she tried so hard because she wanted to prove everyone wrong. Sadly, she's not here. Another few comments. That wasn't a relationship. That was a red flag shit. There's no way. Another person said having a baby does not solve problems. Absolutely. Now that baby doesn't have a mother and the father is back in jail. Another person wrote, women better stop messing with these ninjas in prison, especially Black women. Another comment said, CNA degree in business administration, licensed bail bondsman while dating a convicted felon. I know y'all screaming protect Black women and men are dusty, but these are the decisions and paths walked by these women. We got to do better on both ends. I totally agree. The real native son wrote that. Another person wrote she was calling that man a good husband, father, and protector, etc., while he was still incarcerated. My Lord, he didn't even have to prove anything. Him just existing and telling her sweet nothings was enough. This is so tragic. But 4B says no marriage, and no marriage for a reason, especially in a situation like this where you have everything and you so happen to meet your future husband in a prison cell. But let me know what you think. Yeah, this is a really sad story. You should subscribe to the Femicide American Crime channel. It's great. I'll tag it in the description below. But yeah. This whole story is crazy.